What's up, guys? It's Dono. So I got a question asking how can you turn sentences into bars? Turning your sentences into bars is going to be something that probably makes more sense if you're trying to rap in a way that's conversational as opposed to really poetic. Now, that doesn't mean you can't use poetic devices, it's just that this technique is really going to help you if you're trying to keep it conversational. All right, so the first thing that I need to get out of the way is explaining what a bar is. I'm not going to go into depth, but it's basically a measure of time in music, and each bar can have about 10 to 16 syllables, rough guideline. You can definitely do things other than that, but that's generally what we're working with here. So that's our baseline. Now that we know the baseline, the first strategy that you can use is to just write sentences that fit in that 10 to 16 syllable range. Once you figure out how bars work, all you have to do is just count out your lines and make sure that they fit, and it'd be something like this. I always rock the mic with the utmost of ease. I'm the best you ever seen, from the jungles to seas. That's pretty simple and easy to do. You just write sentences that they're standing alone in each bar. But what if we want to write something a little longer? Well, instead we can do something where we have that sentence trail into the next bar. Sounds a little something like this. I get sick of the way these inconsiderate idiots act like in past lives they were legit for the period. Here, all I've done is split up my sentence into two bars. Now, of course, if you want to hold on to your rhyme scheme, this is going to take a little bit more insight, right? As you figure out where you want to split your sentence, you may have to change some words around to make sure that it still rhymes between the two bars. Maybe on the other hand, you're writing sentences that are so short they don't actually fill a bar. A really common technique is to actually write in half bars. So that's what you can do, is write half bars and have them fill that instead. Since bars are split into 4 counts, your half bar would end on the 2 count. That can keep it really short. Again, you don't have to end there, but that's just a strategy that people use often, and they build in more rhymes a lot of the times. Here's an example. This girl has me shook. I like the way she looks. Her face is extra pretty, makes me want to sing a hook. As you can see in that example, the first bar is composed of 2 really short sentences, so each sentence takes up a half bar, and you can feel out kind of rhythmically how that works. It goes on to the 2 count. You don't have to map it exactly like that, but that's a very common way to use those shorter sentences. Now that I've kind of explained all the ways that you can put sentences into bars, so you can, short, exact length, too long, you can mix and match them to make a sound that is pretty cool, and it sounds something like this. I used to know Jim. We kicked it on the daily. He was with this girl Kim, who I thought was crazy. Sexy and a freak too. I stayed clear though. She wore caution signs on both of her earlobes. So in that example, we're using the methods before to create a verse with longer and shorter sentences. Now, obviously, you do have to put a little bit of work in to make it rhyme and sound correct if that's what you're looking for. So, if you want to kind of use sentences, that's one way to do it. But remember, you will have to kind of chop your sentences, make them fit, and adjust them to the rhythm. You can't just write sentences and expect them to fit unless you're incredibly lucky or just naturally write that way. That's all I've got for how to turn your sentences into bars. I hope that helps. As always, if you have any questions, comments, topics you want me to cover, throw them down in the box below. I will get to them as soon as I can. On top of that, I've also got a full 30-day how to rap course. I'll put a link down below. And I've got a website, rapbetter.com. It's got some more resources you can check out. That's all, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos, and if you have any questions, comments, or topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. See you next time.